Hi, I'm Hani. Welcome to my channel. Today we're going to make a giant cushion using chunky yarn. You won't find this tutorial anywhere else, especially the special tips I share at the end of the video. So let's get started. Just to show you the final look. Look how soft it is. It feels amazing. It has such an exciting shape, and by repeating the knot pattern, it gradually becomes thicker and more voluminous. Alright, let's start making this beautiful chunky cushion together. Step 1. Twist the chunky yarn in a circular shape so it starts to build volume. The smaller the circle, the smaller your cushion will be, and the big the circle, the bigger your cushion turns out. Stack the layers neatly on top of each other until you reach the volume you like. The more layers you add, the puffier and softer your cushion will be. Now, to make the process easier, we need to tie a string or yarn all the way around the chunky yarn. This helps keep everything in place and makes the weaving much easier. Then cut off the extra ties with scissors. Now we can start weaving the cushion. My chunky yarn has a fabric cover. It's not velvet and it's filled with polyester fiber. You can continue using the same color you use for the base circle, but I decided to continue with yellow just to make it brighter. For this first step, we need a starting knot. Pay close attention to my hand movements so you can make the starting knot clean and correct. We place the loop we made with the knot onto our hand. Then pass the yellow chunky yarn under the circle we created and wrap it around our hand to form a loop. Now we have two loops around our hand. On the opposite side, we grab the chunky yarn and pass it through the loops around our hand. To understand it clearly, just watch my hands carefully to learn the pattern. You only need to learn this pattern once and then simply repeat it. We keep knitting. There should be two loops around our wrist, and from the opposite side we insert the chunky yarn. yarn runs out and you want to add more or change the color, you need to sew both ends together. This means we connect the chunky yarn to a new chunky yarn using stitches. And then we continue knitting. For this first step, we need a starting knot. Pay close attention to my hand movements so you can make the starting knot clean and correct.
The suppression, the use of marijuana.
We place the loop we made with the knot onto our hand. Then pass the yellow chunky yarn under the circle we created and wrap it around our hand to form a loop. Now we have two loops around our hand. On the opposite side, we grab the chunky yarn and pass it through the loops around our hand. To understand it clearly, just watch my hands carefully to learn the pattern. You only need to learn this pattern once and then simply repeat it. We pair some of the loops together to fill in empty space. Then we start knitting the new section, just like the previous one. Working with chunky yarn is very enjoyable and exciting because it's so thick, and that helps our project get finished much faster. Tell me in the comments, do you like chunky yarn too? When the knitting is finished, we open the first row completely and pull the loop inward into the cushion. We hide the extra yarn under the cushion by passing it through the loop. I cut another extra part, pull it completely out of the loop, and pass it through the opposite loop. Then I hide the extra yarn again from the side of the cushion under the loops. And now our pillow or cushion is ready. I made this beautiful cushion into different sizes. Don't forget to like the video, it gives me so much energy. This attractive and practical cushion can be a soft support for your hands while you're reading a book. Even if you want to place your mark, don't forget to subscribe to my channel and leave me a comment. Make sure to like this video and check out my playlist. That's where the amazing world of Alice Puffy and Chunky Yarn lives.